light of a situation that's taking place in Louisiana right now in Jenna. This is as good a time as any to tell my story. On February the 12th this year, I was in Fort Worth, Texas, having visited. Was going to be staying with her for a while. At the time, our situation didn't work out, so I I left. I didn't have any ID. I had lost my ID. So I went to the bus station and got my ticket. Was paid for and everything. As we left Killeen on the way to Fort Worth, and once I got to Fort Worth, I got off the bus to get something to eat, and I left my bus ticket on the bus, and the bus left. So I was in Fort Worth, Texas, without ID, without my ticket, and just trying to get home back to Tennessee. So I had been in the Greyhound pretty much the entire day, uh, trying to work out getting a ticket with my family in Tennessee, considering that I didn't have ID and I didn't have any money on me. Uh, so essentially, I was trying to work with the the customer service person that was employed with um, Greyhound, and she had attitude, from the beginning, and early in the day when I saw that she had like attitude, I really tried to speak with her, and I actually offered, I said, well, are you having a bad day? What's going on? Like, is everything okay? Can I get you a soda? And she was like, no, I'm fine. So I went on, and I was waiting. So I was there about, I mean, an entire day, and had made some connections with my family, and they were gonna purchase the ticket. But it was just a very difficult task to get this ticket purchased. So finally, some of my family called up to the Greyhound, and the rep, she called me over and said, "You have a phone call." So I go over to take the phone call, and mind you, I've been there the entire day. I'm exhausted, and I'm just on the floor, on the phone, just tired from being there. I mean, tired and stank. Just things weren't going well. So I'm on the phone. My back is turned. I'm facing the desk, and someone behind me tells me to get off the floor. You are not at home. This is not your house. And I turned around. It was a security guard, and I said, I'm on the phone with someone from Greyhound. No, I would no. I'm not gonna do that. And so he continued to order me, and I continued to, you know, say no. No, I'm not getting up. And it got to the point where I told him, I said, well, if you want me to move, I need you to move me because I'm not getting up. You're not gonna speak to me like that. So that continued on for a moment, and they called the police. So I walked outside, and as soon as as soon as I went outside, the police were, they were there, and they were walking up to me, and were walking up to me, telling me that I was in there making trouble. And I'm thinking, okay, how can you tell me that when you haven't asked me anything? You're not gonna, they weren't taking my word for anything. So I said, listen, you haven't even asked me what's going on, and they told me, um, and I said, and I would like to fill out, I'd like to file a complaint. They told me no. They said that that's not what they do. Okay, so going after that, I was advised not to go back inside the Greyhound because I was no longer allowed. They allowed me long enough to go in and get my laptop bag. And in that moment, I was in there, and I spoke to a couple of women who witnessed, just the situation with the security guard and the rep, and I took down their names and numbers and put in my bag because I had sat with one of the women there the entire day, her and her 3 month baby. So at this point, I have my laptop bag without my laptop because it was somewhere else, and I was set loose in the city without any ID, without anything, and these are the people he protect and serve. So I'm walking through Fort Worth, Texas, on February the 12th, and I passed by people. It was around 11 o'clock at night. Um, my family was really scared just because they didn't know what was going on, and I was asking people for help. Just could I use your cell phone? Could you call someone for me? Could you actually call the police? Could you get someone else on the line, some other police that will actually hear what I have to say and assist me? Well, that didn't happen. So I continued to walk into the downtown area of Fort Worth, and I went inside a couple of bars, and I was asking people for help. Could someone make a call? Do you mind letting me borrow your phone for a second? And nobody was having it. Um, I got as I walked through the city, I stopped at a hotel. Um, I don't I don't recall the name of the hotel, but I know if I saw it, it really made me think of hotels in Europe. But I mean, that's neither here or there at the moment. But I know that if I saw it again, I would know exactly which it was. Um, anyways, I went in and I asked. I was trying to get a room because I did have my card. Really no money on it, but I had my card and I figured I could work out something. At least reserving a room the next day. And so I went in and I asked them. I said, "Well, could you call the police for me?" I was like, I feel like I'm in danger. I don't want to go into detail about what that means, but I just feel like I'm in danger. So they told me they wouldn't call, but they said the police, there's like a precinct or something right across the street, or there's like a guard or a police officer on duty. So I go outside and I say to the police officer that's across the street sitting in his car, and I scream, "I am in danger. Could you please help me?" So the officer tells me to walk over to his car, and I refused. My if someone is screaming for help, I'm thinking you are a police officer. You police, that's what you do. You come and help the person. Well, that didn't happen. So I continued to just walk. So I'm walking through the city of Fort Worth, and all I'm getting is a lot of people that are, I don't know, I guess they just made a decision about me. Um, that I was, you know, something other than a person. I don't know. Um, but I went down to another club because it was bright and there was people, and I figured, okay, surely somebody can help me here. And so I asked them to call police, and they would not. But they told me about some people riding on bicycles with yellow and black jackets that patrol the area, and to wait on them. They ride by periodically. So I'm sitting on the sidewalk and waiting. Finally, these gentlemen